Shazad Sheikh, Motoring Middle East, and I'm here with a Jaguar XE. Now, a few weeks ago, you may have seen my review on the white XE. That was a 2-litre turbo. That was the R Sport edition. Now, I really got a genuine kick out of driving that car, much more than I was expecting. So imagine my excitement when this thing turns up. This is the XE-S. The S stands for supercharged, and this has a 3-litre V6 in it. That puts out 340 brake horsepower. That's a whole 100 brake horsepower more than the other car. This does 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds compared to the 6.8 on the other car. And also has 332 pounds-foot of torque, and it gets fitted with these magnificent, rather large 20-inch propeller 10-spoke diamond turned alloy wheels. And check out the contrasting side skirt, quite like that, the black on red. This is a very good spec on this car. Goes quite nicely with the black trim around the grass house area. 235,000 dirhams for this car, which a little bit more pricey than the other one, which was 194, but not that much if you think about it when you're getting such a significant jump in performance. So I'm not going to do the usual test with the boot and the rear, because I already did that with the other car. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll put the link here. Go and watch that review. And I think with this car, it's a case of getting in and driving. Let's do that now. Okay, here we are. So first thing to do is let's press the starter button. And look at that. See the gear lever, gear knob I should say, just rise up out of the center console there. So once again, you know, this car very similar inside to the other one, although these seats are fantastic. Look at the sports seats we get in the front of this car. Same thing as usual, we got all the little controls and the aux and the USB. I'm just repeating myself because, as I said before, I could do with another USB, but otherwise, you know, it's all nice and comfortable, all touches, all remote buttons on the steering and everything. So actually, I'm just going to turn this off because there's no point giving it a close-up on any of this, because if, like I said, if you want to see that, then just refer back to the other video that I've already put up, and a link for which, if you're watching on YouTube, will be here and also in the comment section below. Now, just give you a few more details on this car. So I've given you the performance. It's an 8-speed automatic, just like the other one, same ZF transmission. The color of this car is called Italian Racing Red. Hang on, we're in a British car. Anyway, whatever. And the interior is called Red Jet Interior. Jet Interior, like that. The wheels I've told you about. This has got the all-surface progress control thing, which I figured out is just traction control. It's a fancy way of saying that. The torque vectoring braking, which the other car also had. Electric power steering. As I said, the sports the body kit. It's got the S body kit on this car. And if you notice the front, the air vents on the front, on the bumper at the bottom was different on this car. They're a bit more wide, a bit more open, more gaping than the other car. All the usual stuff inside. The red brake calipers it had, it says Jaguar's new generation high performance brake system is highlighted with distinctive red calipers. So there you go, haha. And apparently I've got stainless steel pedals, and a sports steering wheel. I had that in the other one. Meridian sound system, just like the one. 11 speakers, 380 watts, so that's pretty cool. Park assist, rear camera, reversing camera, all the rest of it. Head-up display. I've got a head-up display in this one, which gives me gear changes as well as the speed, which is very, very useful. And the price I've already given you, although on this one it says the price of this actual vehicle, probably it's got a few options on it, 241,000 dirhams. Okay, enough of that. I'm going to put that away safely. I think I'll put it in there. And let's put the seatbelt on. Right, looking forward to this. I brought it to the same place where I drove the other car. Right, so let's put it into sports automatic. It's in, yes, it's already in dynamic mode, because there's no point having anything else. Move off when it's safe to do so in traffic, just like I said with the other car, right? It's a bit deja vu, isn't it? Except that that one was good, this one is better. It's a more lustier unit, it's a more torquey unit. The other car, the thing about it was that it was actually very, very good. It was very good considering that it's just a 4-cylinder 2-litre, but you had to keep it in the sweet spot. So you had to work at it a little bit harder. Too much revs, you weren't getting anything. Too little, you weren't getting anything. Just keep it in the sweet spot and it was fine. This one is an easier car to cope with because it's a much more torquey unit, and it has more performance. significantly more performance, and it sounds good as well. Now, I found the gearbox also more resolved on this car. Just driving up here and driving some roads, it just seems to work a little bit better. So at the moment it's in sports mode and it's absolutely fine, no problem at all. Again, going back to driving on the motorway and stuff, same as before, incredibly refined, incredibly quiet, very, very comfortable, no problem at all. Thank you very much, Mr. Lexus, who's letting me pass here. No discomfort at all. I will say that with the slightly bigger wheels, I feel that it was a slightly more knobbly ride, just fractionally, but otherwise no real issue. Now, having said that the transmission is very good left to its own devices, I still think that I prefer to put it into, see, they just kicked down there, didn't it? So actually all I have to do is flick the pedal, left for down, this one for up, the right one for up, and I just got better control, because all you really need on here, and interesting thing, the heads-up display turns the gear, it displays the gear that you're in, and when you're reaching the top of the rev range for that gear, that will go red. So it goes red, and that is a sort of visual indicator that, oh mate, it's time for you to change up, right? Because you're running out of gear. And I could easily do that because I'm in third gear at the moment, and I don't know why I'm talking like this, but it just seems to be the right way to talk when you're driving this car the way I'm driving, and I'm flipping, chasing down the corners. Great brakes, thanks for those Jaguar, they really help. And I'm having a blast, I'm having an absolute laugh, this is brilliant. Third gear still, actually third gear is it's perfect for this road. You just leave it in that, it's just so torquey. But good handling. I would say, again, compared to the other car, maybe slightly more understeer, a little bit more nose heavy on this car, as you'd imagine, because, you know, it's a bigger, heavier engine up front, and it just runs. Oh, there you go, run out of revs. I didn't pay heed to the thing going red, did I? I should have done. Pay heed and know when to change up. I didn't. Now another Lexus. My God, there's so many Lexuses out on this road. LS400, I tell you, it is one of the most popular cars when you get out of Dubai. They just seem to just go on forever, and people just absolutely love them. And they're sometimes hard to get past as well, because, you know, they're not slow. This guy is braking for this dip, but this dip is a bit blind, so I'm just going to hang back here until I can get past. But again, good compression, good resolution of the ride. You know, the compression works, the damping works very well. The body corners flat, keeps it composed, keeps it in control, gives you a lot of confidence. As I said before, would have liked a little bit more feel from the steering, but the chassis, the handling, the reassurance that you get just kind of makes up for that. And you don't really mind it so much. This guy is slightly all over the place, so I think I shall continue to hang back here for a while. But you know, tremendous fun. Again, this is a saloon. I know it's a 3 Series rival, A4 rival, C-Class rival, but it's a saloon car, right? And I'm just going to really slow down, because that guy is, I think he spotted me, and very often what happens is that they think that we're having a bit of fun together, and we're not really. I'm doing my own thing, and I'll let him do his own thing, and he's a little bit all over the road, so I'm just going to let him go. Yeah, so as I was saying, you know, this is a saloon. It's an executive, comfortable, essentially a family saloon. I mean, I can fit in the back of this car, and if you watch the other video, you'll see that I didn't want for anything apart from maybe a little bit of headroom. And yet, it's a sports car. I mean, genuinely, it's a fun car to check around. This car is more fun to drive than a lot of so-called dedicated new sports cars that you can buy. So, it's just sounds alright as well. I mean, yeah, it's a V6, but yeah, it does the business. But yeah, I mean, so you can keep on the power through the corners. I keep lifting off and then realizing, no, actually I can stay on it because it's absolutely fine. There's no issue at all. And the speeds you can cover, incredible. But this reassurance of the braking, the feel that you're getting from your bottom. Switch it down into fourth, I think. And just get back on the accelerator. Very, very impressive car. So, once again, I like the XE, the one I tried before, which was the 2-litre turbo R Sport. I like this one even more. Although, to be honest, I tell you what, I still like that car a lot, and I think that I wouldn't really mind. I wouldn't really mind if I had to have that one instead of this one. Yes, this one's got a bit more torque, a bit more meat, a bit more performance, but actually quite a bit more in some parts of the rev range, particularly lower down. But you're not really losing that much in the other car. It's still pretty punchy and it's still a lot of fun. So quite frankly, if you can't stretch to this one, then you're quite happy getting the other one, the 240 horsepower. Because I know they do one that's even less than that. I have not driven that car, but I can certainly vouch for the 240 horsepower car. I can certainly vouch for this car, and I think that, you know, in the segment that it's in and the rivals that it's up against, this car is, you know, it's a contender. It's a definite contender, and to the point that it may also be shaking up the segment, because it is, I think, that good. Looks fantastic as well. Go for it. What can I say now? Well, in the last one I said I can't wait to drive the V6. Now I'm going to say I can't wait to drive the V8. Haha. Come on, Jaguar, bring it, mate, bring it. I want to give it a go now. I totally want to give it a go because I love this. And whilst I got your attention, check us out on all the social media stuff, innit? On Instagram, on Twitter, and definitely on Facebook, because we do a lot of stuff on Facebook. Just search for Motoring Middle East on all of these, including on YouTube. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please do subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. So in attempting to test the mic and to make sure the camera is working, I thought I'll do a little bit more Shakespeare for you, and I thought I'd do it in the style of this Jaguar, innit? So this is from the 12th Night, and be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. I thank you.